So you'll notice behind me it's a little bit darker than what I typically go for. Usually I have some lighting behind me. I mean, besides the vanity lights, but I'm trying something new. You guys will have to let me know down below if you like this or if it's too dark. I'm just trying to switch things up a little bit and keep things fresh. Okay, so let's get into some of the products that I picked out today. The first thing that I want to use is the One Size Secure the Blur Primer. If you guys can hear the cicadas outside, I apologize, but that is all that's in my yard right now is cicadas. I feel like I'm being attacked. If I can remember, I will insert a clip. That way you guys can see just how severe the cicada problem is. Y'all, I just cannot get over how many of these things are in my yard. They're so nasty. You could just see them everywhere. Like just in this tree alone. They are legit taking over my house. Well, my yard. I'm not going to do a whole lot of talking through this video. We're just going to get a full face on. I do have other videos I want to film today. But I wanted to share with you the process of using all of the products that well, not all the products. Some of the products that I picked out for this Shop My Stash. Those cicadas are so freaking loud. Okay, so the foundation that I decided to use today is my Dior Air Flash. Now, I bought this probably back in like November or something like that, and I think I've used it like twice, which is crazy because this stuff is not cheap. What I'm going to be doing today is putting it on this little palette here. I'm going to spray it because it's a spray foundation, and I feel like when you spray it on your face, like sure, it gives that nice airbrushed effect, but it also, you lose a lot of product because it's just kind of spraying everywhere. Plus, I get it in my eyes and my hair, and I'm really not trying to do that today. So I'm going to spray it on this little palette, and then I'm going to go in with my BK Beauty 101 brush and use that to kind of apply it all over the face. Now, this is not the right tone. It's very orange on my skin, but it's not a cheap foundation, and I'm going to get some use out of it, damn it. So, that's what we're doing. We're going to give her a little, see how much just like, whoo! And I'm going to take that, I'll get in there. When you spray it on the back of your hand kind of absorbs some of that, and it dries really quickly, so I didn't really want to do that. I forgot to use my under eye corrector. Shit. Oh well, we'll do that next. So orange. I mean, really orange. What the hell, Dior? This stuff looks pretty luminous, like when you first put it down, but it dries pretty matte. Try to spray on a little bit. I don't know how people do airbrush makeup. I have no clue how they do it. I can't even spray this on my face like in a general area without it going everywhere. I've seen people do an entire eye look with airbrush foundation, or airbrush, I keep saying foundation, with airbrush makeup. It's incredible. It really is. See how luminous it looks? It definitely dries down. Okay, now that I have the base makeup laid down, we're going to jump into concealer. So for concealer, I picked out two for the Shop My Stash. I have the Nude Sticks concealer, and then I have the Boing Cakeless from Benefit. I don't think I've ever used the Nude Sticks, and if I did it like once. Alright, so for the concealer, I'm going to be using a combination of the Boing Cakeless concealer from Benefit, and then the Nude Sticks concealer. I think I've used this Nude Sticks concealer like once, and it's just not, there's not much coverage to it. It's very light coverage. The Boing has a little bit more coverage than that. Usually I use the Becca Under Eye Corrector, and I forgot, and I'm not going back. So, here's where we are. Too late now. It's brightening alright. This just doesn't cover very well. And I'm afraid to cake it on because I know it'll look terrible. There's a lot going on in my town today, apparently. I keep hearing sirens and stuff. Wow, that's brightening. Oh my god. I always pick the lightest shade of concealer. I don't know why I do that. I think that I'm delusional. I think I'm a lot lighter than I really am. Isn't that strange? I don't know why I do that. I'm hoping I can even all this out with a little bit of bronzer. Oh my god. I get into the habit of using like the same concealers and whatnot when I find one that I really like. So I have a plethora of concealers in my drawer that just don't get used, which is really dumb. So I need to go through and pick the ones out that I don't like and get rid of them. Alrighty then. Oh my god. I think I'm going to go ahead and just set right underneath the eyes for right now. Because I feel like if I don't, it's going to crease and it's going to start moving around and all that jazz. So let's go ahead and use the one size, the translucent powder to set underneath the eyes really quickly. And then we'll move on to the bronzer. I don't know how this works as an under eye powder. Guess we're going to find out though, won't we? Okay, looks a little dry, not going to lie. Let's move on. What I really like about that Dior foundation is it's very, very lightweight. So it feels like you're not wearing anything. It's just like liquid pigment. It's just really lightweight. I like that. There's motorcycles revving outside. If you guys hear that, I'm sorry. It's a beautiful day outside and people are ready to ride, I guess. Let me put a little bit of that concealer in the middle of my forehead too. Let's just do a little bit like that. Why not? Just bring some brightness, you know, since I've got a foundation shade that's like 4 shades too dark for my skin tone. Okay, now let's go into the Nars Laguna bronzer. This one is their Sun-Kissed Bronzing Cream. And like it says, it's a bronzing cream. I haven't used this but maybe once or twice, so I wanted to get some more use out of it today. So for today I'm going to be using the Luxie Precision Foundation brush. This is their 660. I don't typically use this brush for bronzing. Well, that's a lie. I usually use it with powders, let's put it that way. Typically with contour powder, bronzing powder, even blush, but I've never used it with the cream products, so I'm hoping it applies okay. I don't know that I'm going to be using a contour at all. I think I'm just going to keep it with the bronzer. I never understood why people rev their engines like that, whether it's cars, motorcycles. Like, if you're trying to fix something, I get it. I've said this before in videos because I have neighbors that love to rev their engines. I just don't, I mean, are they doing it for a reason? It's every day, just about. It's kind of weird. A little bit unnecessary if you ask me. It's like, we can hear you, you have a car. Cool. I like it because it's pretty subtle. Like, I put on a good bit, but it blends out really nicely. Y'all know me though, I have a way to make things unsubtle, so that's probably what I'll end up doing here. I do want it to be noticeable, I just don't want it to look crazy. When are these cicadas supposed to go, by the way? Like, when are they supposed to be done? I thought it was only supposed to be a couple-week thing. I'm over it. Totally over it. I am going to be powdering over top of this, so we're going to lose some of the coverage anyway. I don't know if this is really the right brush for this. I feel like it doesn't... It gets it down here where I don't want it. Uh-oh. I'm going to use this very dirty Expert Face Brush from Real Techniques. The only thing with this one is it's very dense. You gotta be real careful. But I like that it's more, like, compacted. I don't want this bronzer to be everywhere. It allows me to keep it pretty central to whatever area I want it to be, instead of floofing everywhere like the other one was doing. Not floofing, but, like, spreading it out. Really, dude? Thought we were done with the engine revving. Not being hateful, this is every week. Every day. Just about. That actually looks really nice. I don't mind that. I think once I get the rest of my base laid down and get the powder on and everything else, it's going to look even better. Okay, I think now we're ready to move on to the powder. So I'm going to powder my entire face with that one size powder. Again, this one is in translucent. Using the powder brush I always use. This is the e.l.f. 103 brush. When I'm getting ready for work in the morning, because I have to use products that are going to last all day, I stick to the same set of products, which means I don't use like 90% of what's in my collection because not everything wears that long. So the only time I get to use like the rest of what I have is on days where I'm off or when I'm filming. or whatever, you know? I would say this darkens my foundation a little bit, which I don't love, but whatever. I do like this powder because it's very smoothing. Does a good job with that. I think we're pretty set at this point. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do is put some powder bronzer down just to kind of layer things a little bit. Things wear longer on my skin when I layer because I do have very oily skin. So, the powder bronzer that I picked out, did I pick out more than one? I did. I picked out the Bare Minerals, what is this called? The Endless Summer Bronzer in Faux Tan, and then I also picked out the Hourglass Bronzer. This one is in Luminous Bronze Light. So, I think what I might do, and I'm going to have to be very light-handed because, again, I already have on some bronzer, is just go in, I really don't need it, just very light-handed. Let's try the Hourglass Bronzer first and we'll see what that looks like, and if that's good enough, we'll just leave it at that. I'm excited to get into the eyeshadow portion of this video, just because I have 5 palettes in front of me that I've either never used or used once, you know? So I'm really excited to get some use out of those palettes and to share them with you guys. I don't typically use this one that much because it pulls a little too warm for my taste. Oh, that was quick. Oh, but I like that. It almost has this pink undertone to it. Normally it pulls pretty orange. Maybe because it's being put over top of the Nars bronzer? Why do I go overboard? I even said I was going to try not to do that, and I did it anyway. You guys are probably screaming at me through the screen every time you see me do that. Like, Michelle, it's enough. Enough's enough. I just can't help it. I'm an extra type of bitch. Y'all know that. I don't try to hide it or deny it. It's just who I am. At least with my makeup anyway, okay? Yep, I did it. I went overboard. So I'm not going to use the Bare Minerals bronzer. I don't need to. I really like that I only picked 2 products, or, you know, in some categories, 3 products out of each category. It makes it a lot easier for me to choose instead of sitting here and staring at a pile of makeup like I do when I look at my collection. This made it a lot easier. I like that. Okay, so we have 3 blushes that I could choose from, but one of them is a cream product, and I'm not going to put cream over top because it'll ruin the base makeup in my opinion. And I put a lot of bronzer on. Shit. So I could use the Bare Minerals Bronzer, which I don't think is going to be a good idea since I went ham with the bronzer, or I could use the Nars Orgasm blush. So this is the route that I'm going to take today. Maybe it'll help kind of lighten up the, you know. Oh, shoot, I forgot. I also picked palettes. I picked the Scott Barnes blush palette, so I could go this route. I guess it would be helpful to know which eyeshadow palette I'm using first, so maybe I should decide that first. Okay, as you can tell, I did the brows real quick. I had to get them done, had to get them taken care of. So I think what I've decided to do is use 2 of my new palettes. I'm going to use them in conjunction with one another. We're going to use the Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams, which is a gorgeous pastel palette. And I'm going to use some of the purples out of that palette with some of the purples from the Glam Shop Heathland palette. I specifically want to use this really gorgeous holographic shade. I've swatched the holographic shades from them, but I've never put them on the eyes. So that's what I'm going to be doing. Let's get it going. I'm telling you, I know you guys can hear those cicadas. They are out of control. Okay, I'm going to start off first and foremost. I don't know which eye primer to use. I've got my P. Louise and I've got Juvia's Eye Prep Eye Prime. Okay, we're going to kickstart this. I believe we're going to use the Juvia's Place Eye Prep Eye Prime. This one is not only tacky, but it also sets down a little bit. So I don't want to say it's like completely tacky or completely dry. It's somewhere right in the middle, and I feel like it's pretty universal in that way because it works with a lot of different eyeshadow formulas. Glamlight just came out with new eye primers themselves. They're called, I think, Eye Icing or something like that. And I went ahead and purchased 2 of those as well. I like trying different eye bases because I feel like it makes all the difference when it comes to your eyeshadow. If you're not using the right base for the right formula, you're not going to get the results that you want. I'm going to start off with the shade Marlene from the Glam Shop palette, and I'm just going to build this up into the crease. I think that's a good starting point. Just a nice subtle wash of purple. I like that. Okay, now I'm going to dip into a darker shade. I think I want to take La La Land from the Give Me Glow Pastel Dreams palette, and we'll use that to deepen up that crease. And I'm going to be using my Morphe M506. This is a really good brush if you're somebody with hooded eyes like myself. It just gets right in that area that you need it and keeps it pretty compact, pretty central to where you're looking to blend. Still haven't fully decided what I'm doing yet with this look. Okay, I mean, not too shabby so far. I'm okay with that. Oh, it's so pretty. I don't think you guys are going to be able to see the full holographic effect, though. It's so stunning. I feel like I need to deepen that up a little bit. I'm going to dip into this one here. It's really dark, and there is a shimmer in it, but those shades usually, the shimmer kind of fluffs away after you blend, and I'm kind of hoping that's what this is going to do. Guess we're going to find out. About like that. Okay, I'm so excited to play with this holographic shade. I'm going to start tapping it on the outside of my lid, and we'll just see where it goes from there. It's a little chunky. I need to be careful. Oh my goodness. That is so pretty. Oh my god. Like, next level. Y'all see that? Can't get over it. I'm gonna have to lower the lights so you guys can see how pretty this is. Like, I'm just in awe. It just looks like a metallic purple from what I can see on camera, but it's so much more than that. Now that I have that holographic shade laid down, I'm going to go into Lavender Sky from Give Me Glow. And it's just a really beautiful duochrome. It is lavender, but it shifts gold. And it's pretty. Oh, man. So beautiful. I'm living for that. Wow. So pretty. Okay, now I'm going to hop off here really quickly, and I'm going to do some under eye work because it's just, I'm trying to speed this up so I can get finished. I'm going to put the same matte colors underneath and smoke them out. I'm going to put on some mascara. We'll come back and do the blush and the lips, and then we'll wrap up this Shop My Stash. Okay, so this is the finished eye look after I added that lower lash line work, and I used the ColourPop Cream Gel Liner in Crybaby. You guys have probably seen me use this a million times on my channel by now. I love a good purple eye look. I am going to turn the lights down low, well, lower in just a little bit and let you guys see the full effect of the holographic shadow. It's freaking stunning. But for the blush today, we're going to use the Nars Orgasm blush. An oldie but goodie. I wasn't sure if I would like the way this looks with the eye look, but we're just going to wing it. We're going for it. Oh, I can get down with that. That's pretty. I haven't used this in quite a while. I really like the Orgasm X blush. It's a little bit more of that, like, a darker pink, hot pink. This is more of like a toned down pink in comparison. Both really pretty though, but this looks nice. Wow. Forgot how much I liked this one. I'm digging that. So for the highlighter, I'm going to use the Star Surfer highlighter from Collidos. And it's just really beautiful, and it's got that pink sheen to it, so I think it'll look nice with this. went overboard. Damn it. Oh, that happened real freaking quick. Holy shit. I can't help but love it though, but it's a little bit much, not gonna lie. Oh shit. Oh man. Look at that, would you? Holy Moses. I'm also gonna put some of that right underneath the brow bone. Love it. I forgot to put blush on the nose. What was I thinking? Alright, so the last thing that I have to do is the lips. Obviously, I didn't pick any lipsticks for my Shop My Stash. A little hard to do that when you don't know what looks you're going to be doing. So I'm going to throw on a lip, and I'll be right back. So for the lips, I used the Vice lipstick from Urban Decay. This one is in the shade Liar. It's one of their cream formulas. I actually just got this from Ulta not too long ago. They had them on sale for $9.50 a piece, which is a steal. And I really like the color combo. I think it matches nicely. I lined my lips with the ColourPop Lippy Pencil in the shade Another Round. And this is it. So I had so much fun coming up with this look today. Shopping my stash, enjoying some newer products that I have, you know, dipping into some of the older products that I have as well. Oh, let me turn down the lights really quickly. You got to see this holographic shift. I hope you guys can see the effects of that. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today and creating this look. I had such a good time just playing with makeup. I really love this look. I love purple eyeshadow, and I love me some shifty, sparkly, holographic, amazing shadows. So if you like this kind of video from me where I'm doing that and then creating a look with those things, please let me know down below in the comments section, or you can let me know by liking this video, or you can do both, which is even better. When you guys engage with my content, not only does that let me know that you enjoy it, but it also lets YouTube know. So when you guys do that, YouTube will push this video out there for more people to find, which means more people might come and discover our community and this channel, and I'm so grateful when you guys do that. If you're not already subscribed to this channel and you've made it this far in the video, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you enjoyed this. Tap that notification bell so you don't miss future uploads, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Bye.